Curtis, can you talk about what Manny Diaz has done in the 2 years here and how he's improving or helping you guys practice and prepare for the Big Ten Conference opponent coming
I
up
think
this
the
week?
main thing that's been great about Coach Diaz is the culture that he brings into our defense. He really coaches us to be perfect, and obviously everyone's not going to be perfect. We're all human, right? So it's just, I feel like that just brings the excellence out of us, and it brings the success that we've been seeing. So we just got to keep getting on guys, and I have to be a leader on the team and help coach perfect as well.
Curtis, how would you say Tamir has been progressing in his first season? And what has he added to the team personality-wise? Because I know a lot of people in the Pittsburgh area, which is where I'm from, were big on him just as a human being in addition to a football player. So
He's a great dude. That's just a guy I wouldn't mind always being around. I love having a guy like that under my wing because he's just a sponge. He's ready to learn, handles all his business off the field and on the field. So I'm definitely excited for what he has coming. I think he's gonna have a big couple years coming up.
Curtis, how would you evaluate how the defensive tackles in front of you have done against the run? Obviously, those guys occupying blocks is important to you guys being able to make plays the second ball.
Yeah, I think they've done a really good job. We don't ask too much from those guys. We just want them to be where they need to be, and even if they're not, we just play off of them. So I really put all of that on us. If they get dinged out of gap or something happens to them, we're supposed to make them right. So I always coach the linebackers. We have to coach linebackers like that.
And Manny Diaz said, I think it was at the Rose Bowl last year, that part of the problem in the Michigan game was communication and everything.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you guys are at now compared to where you were at that time?
Communication-wise?
Yeah, last year.
I feel like we've done a really good job. I don't think we've had a play where we haven't talked everything out. Obviously, there were some mishaps in that, but that's going to happen. But I feel like we've done a good job just communicating and being vigilant on the field.
What are the differences between playing Sam and Will? Because we've seen you do both in a single game, and how difficult is that?
I feel like that just comes down to the preparation. I'm a high preparation guy because I know I have to know all of these things with different positions. So I feel like I try to be as prepared as I can. Just going through reps at Will in practice, going through reps at Sam, and then when I'm not on the field, watching guys like Dom DeLuca, Tony Rojas, and Abdul, just watching what they do and seeing how I would play if I was in that position. So I feel like that just makes me as prepared as I can.
How long does it take a player to be able to do that? I mean,
It takes a long time, like, because I was doing it since I would say the first spring Coach Manny got here, and that spring I was really confused. So obviously it takes a long time to process, but I feel like I'm in a great position where I can be elite at both positions.
you mentioned Dom. He obviously had a big moment last Saturday. How would you describe him away from the field and on the field? What type of message does what he's had to go through before Penn State and then going from being a walk-on to earning a scholarship, how does the team kind of feed off somebody that has overcome that much? And I know a lot of people have adversity, but just another example of a guy that's kind of worked through to get where he's at. So
Dom is the example of a true leader in the Penn State program. I got to see him get on campus as a probably 205 safety for us, and just seeing how he's progressed and just continuously gotten better, even when the coaches weren't looking at him as a guy that could contribute. He still just put his head down and he attacked every day, and none of that has changed. Now he just has a role where he's able to speak up and be the culture guy that we always needed here. So I feel like he's been really good, and I feel like he's in for a great career at Penn State.
Curtis, you mentioned